Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Daniela and here we talk about makeup and project panning. Today I'll be doing an update for the 50 Shades of Yellow project pan. This is a year-long project, started April 15th of last year, goes until April 15th of this year, and you just work on yellow products. It can be the actual products yellow, packaging, name, just anything at all. And so in this project you work on 50 items, which is a lot, but I am getting through them. At this point I finished I think around 16 items or like goals. And I do have some more rollouts this month. Also, something I do with this project is if I finish any items that fit the color theme, but they weren't originally placed in this project, then I add them kind of like as extras, just to help me out with that 50 goal, because I've never actually hit the 50 goal in all of these 50 Shades of projects, but yeah, and also because like I'll get newer items, and so I can just add them into the project as I finish them. So I forgot if I mentioned, but this is a Fantastic Ladies project on the Fantastic Ladies Facebook group. The next color is already picked out. I've been thinking about my items and I'm always excited to start that. If you'd like to know what it is, you'll just have to join the group. Otherwise, you just have to wait until that project starts and then you could join in. So let's get started because there's a lot of items. So the first one, which is part of hair care, is my Garnier Whole Blends kind of leave-in conditioner or just normal conditioner. I've used it a lot in the past month. I started up here. This is how much I used in since the last update, which I believe is 2 months since I last. Actually, it's been 3 months. Yeah. Last time I updated was in November. So 3 months. This is all that's left, so I don't think it'll be a problem at all to finish. After that, I had the Attitude Extra Gentle Conditioner. I didn't really like this in my hair. It made my hair like heavy, so I just used this for shaving. This is where I had started the last update, and yeah, now it's finished. Cut it open and everything. So I'm happy to finish that. Then next thing I finished my gold. This gold was 3 samples. These are all Kerasta's hair oil samples. They are very nice, feel very nice in the hair. So finishing all of these together was 1 gold mint. After that, the next one I have to update is the Pharmacy Honey Savior. This is kind of like a salve, like very hydrating and nourishing. I use it mostly when I have eczema on my face. It's getting old though, and I'm trying to finish it. So I've been wearing it a lot, like just all around my eyes at night, because they can be very dry right now in winter. So I started up here, and now I'm at the point that I'm bending it to squeeze out product. So after this update, I'll be opening it and scooping it out so I can finish it more easily. Then after that, have the Clarins lip oil. This is in the shade Candy. And as you can see, I'm almost done. I only have this little bit left. We started up here in the project, and I used this much since the last update, so quite a bit. There is a lot of gunk at the bottom, and I'm pretty sure I'll have it finished by the end of the project. But whatever's left by then, like, I'll just call it empty because it'll just be gross. It's gotten pretty old. It's kind of lost its pigment. Before, it gave this really nice juicy pink look, like you're eating lollipops and such, but now it's just clear pretty much, so yeah, I'll be happy to have that finished. Then I have some lip glosses. None of these are finished, but I have been using them. So first I have the Tarte lip gloss in Fiji. It's kind of an icy blue. Really like it for winter. I used this 5 times. I really only started using these guys recently. So this is my first update with them since opening them. So 5 uses and around like 0.15 grams of use. So perfect with that. Then we have room service. 4 uses with this guy. I really like it. It's nice pink. Also use that 0.15 grams. And then this out of office color. I really like it. It's kind of it's purple, but like with a bit of sheerness, so it's very wearable. This one also has 4 uses, and I've used it 0.2 grams, but I'm kind of surprised it doesn't have more use. Like, it has a bit more windowing, because this one I bring to work, and when I bring it to work, I reapply it a bunch of times. So yeah, I'm surprised I'm not through that more. Then after that, we have the BH Tahiti. Keep dropping that lipstick. Sorry how loud it is. Then we have the BH Tahiti Quad. My goal for this was to use each powder 5 times. And I don't know if you can see, but there is a lot of wear. Like, these are very powdery and wear down a lot. I've used each of them 3 times, except for the contour, which I've now used 6 times. So that one's hit the goal. These guys only need 2 uses each to hit the goal. This is my only powder contour, and this is the time of year when I like to use contour. So I've been using it a bunch, and then, but other than that, I should also remember to use my cream contours. And yeah, like, this is a nice neutral highlight. So I really like that. This guy is typical coral with gold glitter, but it is on the sheer side, so it's very wearable. Then this bronzer's a bit kind of orangey yellow, but it's also light. So this palette's pretty good for that transition from spring to summer when you haven't had a tan yet, but you want the nice summer vibes. Then after that, I have the Revolution Peach Blush. My goal for this was to hit it, use it 15 times. Can't really see anywhere. Since the last update, I've used it 5 times, and it's 10 uses total, so only 5 more uses to go. No problem hitting that goal. Then I have the I Heart Revolution Banana Highlight. Goal for this is also 15 uses. Since the last update, I used it 3 times and 10 times total. For this, I've also tried using these yellows on the eyes. I still have to use the peach on the eyes because this formula is kind of like thick, I guess that gelée sort of thing. It does work that way, although the yellow can have a bit of a yellow base, so sometimes I'll do it as a highlight, like a tiny bit, really like buff it out with my finger, mix in another more neutral highlight, and I really like that with yellow looks. But I do also need to use this peach one alone because it's also nice. It's definitely not my favorite formula though. It's not the easiest to use, but there won't be a problem hitting that goal by the end of the project. Then I have another goal matte. This is a Becca highlight, and this is in the shade Opal. So I don't know if you can see somewhere. I liked using this in the fall. My goal was to use it 15 times, and I used it 15 times. After that, my next Becca highlight is the Rose Quartz highlight. This one, I want to hit pan, and I am getting there. I have this really big dip. I don't know if you can see. Really nice dent. Since the last update, I've used it 15 times, so quite a bit. And I've just really enjoyed using it. I'll keep using it. And so I really hope I can hit this pan. Like it seems like I'm getting there. But yeah, I've used it 21 times total. Then my last Becca highlight I'm working on is Vanilla Quartz. This guy is the more yellowy one. This one, the goal is to hit pan. I've only really started using it in this project this month. I've used it 4 times. It has a much lighter base, so I can only use it when I'm at my fairest. But now it's working. I'm wearing it today, and I really like it because it's also multi-dimensional. Like it's yellow, but then has kind of orangey champagne, like peach shift to it too. Like it really works well on the skin. So I'll be trying to use either one, like of this or the Rose Quartz highlight, to hit my goal. Also forgot to mention that I am using this peach blush on my lips. Then after that, I have the Touch and Soul Metalist eye pigment. I love these pigments. Really nice shift, like a goldish greenish shift. My goal originally was 15 uses. I moved it down to 5, which really I should just be doing 5 in this project. And so I hit my 5 use goal. And I'm getting a nice wide dip in there, but whenever I use it, I have to use such a small amount that it would just takes forever to get any progress in this, but I'm happy to use it. Then another goal met is my shadow in ABH Sphere. For this comes from the ABH Prism palette, which is quite old now. This is the only shadow left from that palette, but I love it because it's a bright neon, and I'm wearing it today with a gray. For this guy, my goal originally was to finish it because it's an old shadow, but that takes quite a long time, especially for me. And so I moved my goal to hit pan, so I've hit pan. And that took 5 uses total. Not really that hard because it's super powdery, like I'm guessing, I mean, it's always been powder, so I don't know if it's just because it's old, but yeah. Happy to have hit that goal. After that, I have the Urban Decay shadow in Foxy. This is from the Naked 2 palette. It's a yellowish toned base. I don't know if you can see. There's a very slight dent. But this is super firmly pressed. So it would take a really long time to even hit pan. I don't use like a tiny brush either, but yeah. Since the last update, I used it 12 times, and I've used it now 22 times total. Then, I do also have the Urban Decay Shadow in Half Baked. This one is from the Naked 2 palette. I just have not really been using it much. It's kind of getting a little dent, but I've only used it 3 times total, so I'm not sure I'll be able to hit pan in that. Then after that, I have Yellow Shadow from my NYX Swear By It palette. This is a yellow, sort of mustard yellow, bright mustard. My original goal for this was to hit pan, but this one's very firmly pressed, so I don't think that would happen. So I changed my goal to 5 times because I'm working on a lot of matte yellows and I want to get to all of them, make sure I'm using them all. So I've hit that goal now. Then after that, I have EBH Custard. This is a yellowish shadow. It's pretty powdery, so there's already a dent. I used it 4 times since the last update, 6 times total. I got this because I loved gold and ochre in the Modern Renaissance, and this was after I'd worked on panning that, and I wanted that shadow again, but I didn't want the palette. And I mean, now I got the palette again, but yeah, I do want to work on that shadow. Then my last goal to hit on my Nomad Cartagena Mágica palette was to hit my 5-use goal on this gold shimmer here called Eres el Mundo. For this, the original plan was to hit pan, but it's very hard to hit pan in these. So I just moved it to 5 uses and I hit my use goal in that. It's actually more yellow than what it seems in the pan. And then after that is another shadow I'm wearing today. This is ColourPop Palm Reader. It is from the Going Coconuts palette. It's a white with gold reflect. Super soft, very reflective, and I only need a very tiny amount on my finger to really get the impact. So you can see the dent. Maybe I'm halfway done, but I used it 8 times since the last update, and I've used it now 23 times, plus whatever amount of times I'd been using it before, so it's gonna be hard to hit pan on that, but we'll see. I'm wearing it all over the middle, which I really like here, and on the inner corner. After that, I have ABH Soft Glam Fairy. Well, it's Fairy from the Soft Glam palette. I've used this since the last update 3 times. Good dent there. It's very powdery. Only need a tiny amount. It's more of a topper, really. It doesn't have much of a base, so yeah, just wear it on top of a matte. Kind of a satiny look. And so yeah, I've used it 4 times. My goal is to hit pan, which as long as I remember to use it, it could happen because it's powdery. Almost done. Then we have the ColourPop Little Ray of Sunshine palette. My goal in this is to use every shade 5 times, which is actually quite a lot because I haven't used it that much. So this guy I've used it once. This guy I've used 3 times. This is all since the last update. 3 times, twice, once, and then before that I used it 2 times, so I'm at 3 out of 5 uses. 3 times, once, and the other update I used it once, so 2 out of 5 times. I didn't use this since the last update, but right now it's at 1 out of 5. And I've used this once. So I do really like it. This guy's more of a true yellow, kind of a darker true yellow, more of an orangey yellow like macaroni. This guy is a bit more mustard, like burnt mustard. This guy's a bit more reddish, orange, and this is nice warm brown. And this guy's more like just a light yellow. I have really liked it though. Like, they're very nice and soft. They blend easily. And my last palette is the Natasha Nona Gold palette. So I don't have all the shades, original shades in here, but I'm just working on the original shades. My goal for this was to use each of these 5 times. So working on this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. I did hit one goal, which is Dijon, this mustard yellow. I used it 5 out of the 5 uses, 3 times since the past update. Lime Chrome, I've used it once. I'm at 2 out of 5. Sandstone, which is down here. Did not use since the last update. That's at 1 out of 5. Alchemist. Used it twice. That's at 3 out of 5. This is my least favorite shadow, though. I really don't like it. Kava, I've not used. Aria, I used it once. It's 1 out of 5. Teak, I've used it twice since the last update. It's not at 3 out of 5. And Varus, I've not used. And after that is my lip gloss that keeps falling. It is the ColourPop lip gloss in Stella from the Winx collection. I'm wearing it today. Can't really see. It's pretty much just a gold glitter, but I like it on the lips. Since the last update, I used it 4 times, and before that I used it 10 times. Not sure why it shows the same amount of progress, but it goes down very quickly, so as long as I use it consistently, I'm pretty sure I'll have it done. And which, I really like pairing this with the yellow looks. Then, some extras that I finished this month. I have the Drunk Elephant Marula oil. I don't know why this is like 90 bucks. It's insane, but alright, it's a sample. And then I use this hydrating mask. I usually just wear this overnight, wipe it off in the morning, but it's all right. And another product I forgot to mention is this detangling nectar from Pattern, because this is a large sample packet. It has 52 ml. I put it into this little travel container, and you can't even see it in here anymore. It's like down at this point, so very little left. It's not my favorite though, because it leaves your hair crunchy, so I mostly just use it when I have like a really bad tangle I want to get through. So yeah. So I believe I've finished. I can add to my goal prompts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so 9. Plus like the 16, so I'm at around 25, so I'm pretty happy with that, because that's halfway done. And I don't think I'll be able to hit the 50 by the end, but I'll definitely get much closer, so I'm happy with that. Anyways, thank you for sticking around for this long update. The next video will be the finale. It might be late because I have a trip planned around then, and I'm probably gonna bring some of my items on that trip to really finish them. So yeah, see you then. Also, I'll see you at the intro for the next color. This is like the one long-term project I actually like really enjoyed the whole time. I don't know why, just matching a color, but oh well. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. if you want to keep watching videos like these. And also you can check out my Instagram below to see more detailed images for the updates. Yeah, thank you.